The story Rin begins when he gets kicked out of the champions team. Captain Eris informs him that he is no longer needed in the team. Rin responds, "So, what did I do until I was fired?" Another girl responds, "Because you didn't do anything in the first place. Being in the team makes no difference between your absence. I said it before, we don't need a monster tamer in our team. Now leave immediately." Rin, in the midst of grief, takes off his team suit and leaves, hearing their sarcastic laughter behind him. He takes a break to reflect on his life after losing his only job that provided him with shelter. While sitting, some children who play with him approach him and ask, "When will you go on your new task?" Rin decides to make the youngsters his usual offer and uses his magic to control a soaring eagle to greet them. Children are inspired to become monster tamers like Rin, while one child expresses a desire to be an adventurer. Ren's proposal piques his curiosity, so he visits the guild to register as an adventurer. However, the employee informs him that he must pass a test to obtain an adventurer's license, which involves killing 10 ogres and collecting 10 medical herbs. Rin agrees to take the challenge, but finds the ogres weak and easy to slay. He gathers their magic crystals and medicines. Rin rushes to the source of a girl's screams in the forest. He finds a huge tiger attacking her and almost devouring her. Rin pounces on the tiger, but is shocked when his knife breaks. The tiger becomes angry and heads towards Rin to kill him first. Despite the situation, Rin smiles and says, "It's okay." The girl escapes unharmed, but instead of running away, she uses her strength to fly through the air and kick him, breaking his bones totally. Rin wonders where he got all this power from. He realizes it belongs to the cat spirit, one of the 4 most powerful rare species in the world. However, the tiger vanishes and the girl collapses in front of him, unconscious. Rin approaches her and inquires, "Are you okay, hungry?" Rin surprises her by offering her food, which she cheerfully consumes and introduces herself as Kennedy. Rin inquires about him. "What brings you here? Our species is very small, so we live in the mountains alone, but life there was very boring, so I left for my own adventures. And by chance I met you here. Now it's your turn. Tell me what you were doing." Rin tells her everything he's been through, and how he was kicked off from the champions team. Ken gets very angry and curses the team, saying, "These traitors, how dare they do that to you?" Rin appreciates her anger for him, but she unexpectedly requests that he tame her. Renee wonders if she has the strength to tame Kennedy, a rare species. Kennedy smiles and says, "The first time I saw you, I felt chills running through my body. You are so strong, and you will be able to tame me." Rin considers and adds, "If you can tame her, she'll be a great help to me, but I don't want to take advantage of her. I just want her by my side." Rin activates the DR contract by cutting his finger. Kennedy accepts the contract and says, "Now we're connected forever." Rennies is thrilled and shakes hands with her, marking the beginning of their travels together. Rin returns to the Union and provides the employee the necessary paperwork, congratulating him on passing the test and becoming an official explorer. Rin receives a reward and tells Kennedy he is finally an adventurer. A Union member approaches Kennedy, but she ignores him. Rin defended her, but the man responded sarcastically, "You have nothing to do with this." Kennedy becomes enraged, stating, "Don't insult Rin, we're on the same team." With a sardonic laugh, the man says, "You are with this weak." Kennedy asserts, "He's much stronger than you." The man smiles cynically and adds, "If he wins, I will shut up, but if he loses, I will have to take you away from him by force." Rin becomes enraged and states, "I don't care if someone insults me, but I won't let anyone insult my friends." Rin quickly beats the man and breaks his arm, ushering in a new reality following Kennedy's signature. A Union employee apologizes and informs them that the man's license may be revoked for his actions. Rin and Kennedy set off on new missions, but when they hear screams from the forest, they hide to watch what's going on. Kennedy cautions Rin of the gang's dangers, but Rin remains confident and replies, "But I want to save him." Kennedy responds, "Let's pounce together." Kennedy protects the old man while Rin attacks the gang. Kennedy is drawn to Rin and begins to fall in love with him. Rin kills the gang members one by one. When Rin notices Kennedy's blushing, he asks her why she is embarrassed and hesitantly replies, "Nothing, miss." When asked about his power and how he defeated monsters, he said, "I'm a monster tamer, so I had to learn to fight against any dangerous monsters that might come my way." The old guy was asked why he was traveling alone in a location full with robbers. He explained that he had hired 3 men to defend him, but they fled when the gang assaulted them. Rin tried to reassure him, saying, "It's okay, it happened." However, the elderly gentleman said, "You have to get out of here as soon as possible. This gang is big, and if you know what you have done, they will not leave you alive." Ren confidently responded, "So we have to eliminate them before they even think about going after us." Kennedy asked Ren, "How will we defeat over 100 people on our own?" Ren smiled. "Don't worry, I have a plan." Ren and Kennedy proceeded to the gang's hideout and waited there. Ren utilized an animal to locate the adversaries. He then instructed Kennedy to return to the city and notify the knights to retrieve the remains. Kennedy was astonished by his overconfidence and cautioned against doing anything that could cause harm. He responded with a comforting smile, "Don't worry, they won't be able to hurt me. Next, take out a trained insect that can immobilize the person and sting them for 12 hours." The bug summoned its peers and left as a club for the city to carry out their plot elsewhere. 3 gang members fled, including 2 following Ren's expulsion from the superhero squad. One of the band members became angry with a 3rd colleague and asked, "How did you not comb the area well? How do you think a tamer of only 1 squirrel can survive in a forest like this? You had to tame at least 10. The young man replied, "How can I tame 10 monsters? That's impossible." The girl was shocked and said, "You're lying." After recalling Ren's ability to manage 20 animals at once, she became silent and threatened her colleague, stating, "You are in charge of this task, and if you fail, I will get rid of you myself." Ren commanded 100 monsters to attack the gang, paralyzing them. Kennedy arrived with a group of men to arrest them, but a massive monster attacked them fiercely. Ren did not back down and confronted them. Ren and Nady fought bravely and defeated all of the creatures. Ren stood contemplating the scene and said to himself, "Just 2 days ago, I was jobless and outcast, and no one cared about me. Now everyone is rallying around me and celebrating my achievement, all thanks to you as a club." Kennedy smiled and said, "You're after the day." They returned to the city, where Ren received his reward and rented a room. When they arrived at the hostel, the hotelier informed them that there was only 1 room available, so Kennedy agreed to take it. Ren was embarrassed to share the room with her, so he packed his things and went outside to sleep. However, Kennedy grabbed his hand and asked, "Where are you going to stay here?" Ren hesitantly said, "It's not right to sleep in the same room. You're a girl, I'm a guy, and you've only known me for 1 day. You can't trust me so quickly." Ken smiled and said, "I trust you because you're a good person like me, and I'm not like others trying to exploit me. You are my master, and I won't let you sleep outside." She managed to convince him to remain, but she insisted that he turn around while she changed her clothing, to which he laughed and said, "I'll just close my eyes, no worries." Ren lay down to sleep while she stayed awake as a club staring at him in great happiness, recalling her journey, the suffering of people exploiting her skills, and the fear she felt all her life. But now, thanks to Ren, she feels safe for the first time. The two continued their adventures until the guild girl told them about a difficult task. There is a terrifying monster at the big bridge that defeats everyone who tries to cross it and whoever manages to L. "Are you the one attacking people here?" Ren inquired, clearly taken aback. A grin spread across Tanya's face as she spoke. "Yes, now it's your turn." She pounced on Ren's in an instant, but he evaded her. Incredulous, she gazed at him and exclaimed, "You amazed me." After bringing down half of those who came before, Kennedy stepped back and blew fire out of her mouth. Rin took advantage of the opportunity and drove towards Tanya to prepare for her, but Tanya grabbed them together and circled them in the air before launching a fatal blow. 3 minutes later, Rin resumed battling, and Tanya turned to him and proclaimed, "Finally, you will face me." During that time, Rin started to tame one of the birds in the sky. Rin grinned and said, "Not me, it's those." Tanya became enraged when swarms of birds attacked her. She remarked, "Do you think a dragon like me would be defeated in such a naive way?" Rin chuckled and added, It's a Beto, its pinch paralyzes the whole body and prevents its owner from moving for hours. You won't even be able to move a finger now. Ren, overjoyed, took Tanya to the guild and informed them that he had vanquished the monster that had been intercepting people on the bridge. The union employee was overjoyed and said, "I will give you the reward, but only after I make sure that your words are true." Then she looked at Tanya and asked, "And who is this girl next to you?" Tanya almost identified herself, but Ren was quick to muffle her mouth, saying, "She's just my follower, nothing more." When they went out, Ren explained to her, "If people knew you were the monster, they wouldn't leave you alone. My mission is over here, and I don't want anything from you. If you continue on your way, you will reach another city live in peace, but don't repeat what you did here again." Tanya looked at him in shock and said, "You're so kind, but I decided to stay with you, or do you not want me?" Ren was surprised by her words, while Kennedy was jealous, but eventually agreed to bring her into his team, concluding a contract similar to that of Kennedy. Next, Tanya approached Ren and said gently, "Take good care of me, sir." Meanwhile, the Heroes squad was in big trouble as they couldn't cross the Forest of Illusion for a whole week. One girl said if Ren were with us, he would use his animals and cross us in seconds. Eris laughed maliciously and said, "What's the problem? Let's give it back to us. He has no dignity and will be content to return in seconds." Thanks for watching. For part 2, make sure to let us know in the comment section.